It is fast. It is competitive. It is exciting. This is Pocono. And that's the location for today for stop number 16 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as we are set for 30 laps of action on this 2.5 mile racetrack known as a Tricky Triangle. Why is it tricky? Well, it's 3 different straightaways and 3 different turns, so there you go. We'll explain each turn's characteristics as the first lap goes on. But today we are here at Pocono for the running of the WIX Filters 400s. We're set for 30 laps of racing here today. Here's starting the race running event. On the pole, it is the California winner, Seth Cole, at 186 miles an hour. He'll be alongside Johnny Gardner, car 12, the Alltel Dodge. Johnny has one of our in-car cameras in today's event for this race at Pocono as well. Second row has our Riverside winner, Keith Badson, car 88, that takes the Quality Care Services Ford Credit Ford Taurus. Try to get that out of one breath. He'll be alongside Cole Deaver in the GM Gilbert Chevrolet, car number 3. Third row has Charles Sanford, car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. And our second in-car camera, riding inside Kyle Matthews' car 42, the Coors Light Pontiac. Kyle has won this season at Martinsville and again at Rockingham. Next row down has Joshua Osborne, car 78, the Bass Pro Shops Trekker Boats Toyota. He'll be alongside Cat Badson, car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. Row 5 has Quentin Moore in car 89, Racing with Jesus Dodge. He won the season at Atlanta. He'll be alongside Benjamin Miles in car number 21, the Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford. He came in with a top 10 finish at Riverside last race on the tour. Next row down has Kev Shear in car 00, the Airstream Machine Toyota. He'll be alongside car 31, James Henry, the Signature Wireless Chevrolet. Next row down has Dylan Young in car 2, the Miller Lite Dodge. Alongside of him, car 16, the Family Channel Ford of Paul Minnick. Next row down, Levi McIntyre in car 99, the 99, the Aflac Ford Fusion. He has our third in-car camera in today's event. He'll be alongside car 33, Zach Rogers in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. He's a 3-time winner this season so far. McIntyre won his season at Dover. Next row down, Dylan Poteet, car 22, the Caterpillar Pontiac, and number 40, the Coors Light Dodge of Sky Commons. Next row down, Jay Jefferson, car 5, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. Alongside him, car 20, Emmanuel Hartnett in the Dollar General Toyota. Next row down, Nathan Orman in car number 1, the Bass Pro Shops Trekker Boat Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside car number 9. It is Zachary Fitzwater in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Next row down has Zach Winkle in car 26, the Irwin Tools Ford, and number 25, Delphi UAW Chevrolet of Phil Parker. He won the season at Darlington. Next row down has car 43, Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac. He's the Daytona 500 champion. And number 30, Shane Lake in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row down has Tristan Allen in car 14, the Office Depot Chevrolet. And car 15, it is Ryan George in the Quality Care Ford. Next row down has car number 18, Matt Haas. He won at Talladega this season, the Interstate Barriers Pontiac, Alongside of him, cars 11, it is Mitchell Collins in the FedEx Ground Toyota. Pair of Joe Gibbs cars in that row. Next row down has number 4, William Brock in the Kodak Film Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside number 19, Carson Gum in the Dodge Dealers Dodge. Next row down has car 55. It is Daniel Bouchard in the Airstream Machine Toyota. And beside him will be Rob Evans in car 8, the Budweiser Chevrolet. Next row down is Jackson Haywood, number 7, the XL Barriers Ford, and number 01, Jesse Turner in the U.S. Army Pontiac. Next row down has Jeremy Diaz in 71 and Michael Whitman in 48. And starting shotgun field will be car 32, Matthew Logan. He won the 600 at Charlotte this season. And the Valvoline Ford car number 6 of Ryan Brommer sits alongside. So the field of 40 lines up here to as they get to command the fire engines here in just a minute, here in just a second, as we're about to start the WIX Filters 400 here at Pocono.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Commands have been given to the fire engines as we get set for racing here today. In-car cameras again today will be carried by will be carried by Levi McIntyre, Kyle Matthews, and Johnny Gardner as they're carrying our cameras here today. As the field rolls off for the pace lap. In a tight points race coming into this event at Pocono here, Kyle Matthews leads the points over Joshua Osborne. It's a 10-point advantage that Kyle has. He gained only 5 on Osborne coming out of Riverside, the last race on the tour. So, I tell you what, though, as exciting this season is going to, I tell you, if we enter Homestead looking like this in the points chase, it is going to be absolutely epic. And everything. So they both actually have got quite a bit of cushion over third place. Third place coming into this race, I think. I actually don't remember who took over third. I'm wanting to say. Yeah, I don't remember actually who took over third position in points, but there was a change for that spot. Anyways, Zach Rogers had third for a while actually in the points there, but he's now about 4th or 5th in the standings coming in. So anyway, Seth Cole has won the season. Johnny Gardner hasn't. Keith Batson's won the season. Cole Deaver hasn't. Neither has Charles Samper, and Kyle Matthews has won the season. So the first three rows has at least somebody who's won a race this season on the first three rows there. Row 4 doesn't have a winner in this season so far, and the 5th row has only one winner. That's Quentin Moore. As the field comes off corner number 3, as the field comes down for green flag racing, Seth Cole leads him down, and we are underway here at the Tricky Triangle at Pocono as the green flag flies. The WIX Filters 400 is on. They will go into turn number 1. Bank is the steepest bank turn of the track. It is 14 degrees of banking as they go 3 wide through the turns. The turn is Charles Samper, Keith Batson, and Cole Deaver. They go on to the front Long Pond Straightaway, which is 3,055 feet in length. Then they'll head into turn number 2, which is called the tunnel turn. It's banked at 8 degrees. It really is a tunnel that goes through that turn where the traffic comes in through the infield. And now they go into the North Shoe, which is 1,780 feet in length, and then they go to the flattest turn of the 3. That's turn 3. Banked at only 6 degrees, and obviously the slowest of the 3 corners. And they come on to the longest room in the bunch. That is the front stretch, which is 3,740 feet in length. So, to give you an idea, that is about less than 300 feet shorter than the backstretch at Talladega, which is 4,000 feet in length. But it's also longer than the backstretch at Daytona. Seth Cole leads the first lap here. Johnny Gardner second position. Third is Keith Batson. Fourth, Kyle Matthews. Cole Deaver is in 5th position. Charles Samper 6th. 7th position is Joshua Osborne. Then Quentin Moore, Dylan Young, and Levi McIntyre, the top 10. We talk about home state heroes we have in the fields here. Sometimes the tracks we go to. Well, there's one right here driving the 00 car, Kev Shearer. He is from Pennsylvania, so he hopes to win one in front of his home state bands here at Pocono. Kev rides in 16th position right now in car number 00, the Aaron's Toyota. He actually picked this car not because he likes David Rudiman, but because the 00 is his favorite driver, Landon Castle. As he comes off turn number 1. I almost said turn 2, but anyway. Off in the third turn, turn number 2 they come. Here comes Osborne to the left side of Sanford as they come off turn number 2. Dylan Young trying to follow suit here, and meantime Quentin Moore trying to work on Charles Sanford. Osborne will take charge heading into the third turn and off turn 3 to come. Meantime, Cole Deaver tries to get around Kyle Matthews as now Keith Batson's taking over second from Johnny Gardner. And over the course of this race, we will show you how fast they will go into each turn. In fact, as a matter of fact, let's ride along with Johnny Gardner right now, see how fast he does go into some of those turns. He just gets a draft off Keith Batson. He's down the long bunch of right now. And 206 miles an hour heading into turn number 2. Down about as low as 169. Now off turn number 2, 185 miles an hour. And he'll go into turn number 3 on the brakes, 198 miles an hour into turn number 3. And down about 151 going into that corner. Now see if he gets a draft off Seth Cullip in front of him as he goes on the front stretch. 190 miles an hour, 195, 98, 200, 204, 5, saw 206 blank in the turn number 1. And down about 175 miles an hour in the middle of turn number 1 as they come off the second turn, or off the first turn, excuse me. I mean, if this was 2 turns per track, this would be a 6-turn course, actually, at Pocono, but it's not a 6-turn course, it is a 3-turn track. Meantime, Kyle Matthews gets a draft off Keith Batson and Charles Sanford. And he'll take 4th position away from Cole Deaver as they come onto the front stretch here. Now Matthews tries to get a look on Keith Batson in car 88. Meantime, Charles Sanford tries to take spot from Deaver as well. That's for 5th position. And he's got the help from Dylan Young in car number 2. Cat Batson rides 10th, Benjamin Miles 11th, 12th is Levi McIntyre, Dylan Poteet 13th, 14th right now is belonging to Zach Rogers, 15th is Paul Minnick as he tries to get around the 33 car for position. Kev Shear still 16th, 17th is Zach Winkle, 18th is Sky Cummins, William Brock 19th, 20th is Tristan Allen, 21st is the 31 of James Henry. Matt Haas, 22nd. 23rd is Ryan George. 24th is Shane Lake. 25th is Jason Haywood. 26th is Jay Jefferson. 27th, Phil Parker. 28th is Zachary Fitzwater. Then Emmanuel Hartnett, 29th. Mitchell Collins, 30th. 31st is Nathan Orman. 32nd is Carson Gunn. 33rd, Jesse Turner. Turner's a former winner here at Pocono, as a matter of fact, too, in the 0-1 car. As he gets passed by our Charlotte winner, Matthew Logan, in 32. Rob Evans getting past Ryan Barber. There's Jeremy Diaz, Daniel Bouchard, and Michael Whitman, who is in 39th. And Mike Becker way back there in 40th. Something apparently a miss on that 43 STP Pontiac. He's running all alone by himself there, and he's coming off turn number 2 as the field is going into turn number 2. So, as long as they keep getting the draft of each other here on that front, as long as the front bunch keeps getting a draft off each other here, they are going to catch the 43 car. Seth Cole has led every lap so far. Here comes Johnny Gardner to the low side of Keith Batson for 2nd place, and he's got it off the second turn. They cut off turn number 3, excuse me. I always get screwed up on the turns at Pocono. I really do. And in turn number 1, they go again, and Gardner takes second spot. Here comes 3rd position, about to change hands. Charles Sanford and Keith Batson. But Batson holds ground, and Sanford and Deaver almost get together. The Gordon and the Earnhardt cars going at it. One's a 1997 Monte Carlo, the other a 1995 Monte Carlo. They're driving as they come down the backstretch come down the North Chute in turn number 3. Excuse me, I'm fighting a little bit of an allergy drainage here as I've done the last couple of videos. Here comes Batson once again in turn number 1 as they go as he gets a run on Gardner in the first turn. Seth Cole, meantime, watching all this, he's saying, "I'm loving all this here. I'm going to take off and win this thing here at Pocono," but Gardner's not having any of this. Wanting to get past for 2nd place, so he's not having any of it. He wants to take the lead from Seth Cole, and he's going to try to find a way to do so. Positions that's traded everywhere so far except 1st here at Pocono. as they have Seth Cole's led them all so far, as we mentioned in this race. Bassen's third, Saber fourth, and Bieber in fifth at the moment. Then Matthews sixth, seventh is Dylan Young, eighth Levi McIntyre, ninth Joshua Osborne, and Quentin Moore runs in 10th position at the moment. Inside with Kyle Matthews in car 42. See how, let's take a ride around him with him and Pocono and see how fast he goes. We do have a lead change, as a matter of fact, too. Johnny Gardner takes the lead from Seth Cole. Watching on this from Matthews' car, now you got Gardner in first, Batson second, Sanford up the third spot. Now Matthews trying to get a drive offset. Those as he goes into turn number one. He's going to duck out the inside between him and under him and Seth Cole Deaver, both in the turn number one. And they made it 3 wide, and Matthews somehow made it work, but Deaver fights back on the outside of the track, as does Seth Cole. And so they get past, and now Levi McIntyre from the rearview mirror of the car, as well as Dylan Young. They're closing up on him as well now. So Matthews got very close, and now he's inside of Seth Cole for fifth position in turn number 3. He's got it. In the meantime, Cole Deaver's about to get past Keith Batson for third. Gardner's not yet won the season. Sanford's not yet won the season. Deaver's not yet won the season. But Batson and Matthews have won the season, as has Seth Cole. Osborne and Dylan Young, neither one has won the season season either, and of course McIntyre has as well. So chances of seeing another new winner this season could be 50-50 to say the least. And Seth's still dropping like a rocket at 98 car. Here comes Dylan Young and Levi McIntyre, Joshua Osborne, and the 28 car of Cat Batson. So Sanford takes second. Deaver takes third now. Batson drops to about 5th or 6th spot. Here comes Osborne to the low side. And those two had some history this season. Remember Charlotte. In both the Winston and the 600, they both took each other in the same spot going to turn number 1 and crashed and took each other out of the race. Well, not exactly out of the race, though. They both continued on in those two races, but still. And now Osborne loses a spot to Levi McIntyre, 99. Here comes the 99 car. And now the 78 drops backwards. As he and Seth Cole now try to get a draft going here on the outside of the track. We'll see if that works or not for them. Meantime, Charles Sanford takes a peek to the low side of Johnny Gardner for the lead. A 1997 Chevy against a 2004 Dodge. Going at it. And you saw the speed ticker, 204 miles an hour to turn number 2 for Charles Sanford. As he gets a draft off the Johnny Gardner car. Now do 196 in the turn number 3. Off the third turn they come. They keep the car about the middle of the racetrack here. A middle groove. We'll see how fast Charles goes in the draft in the turn number 1. 204, 5, 6, 7, 207 in the turn number 1. And Cole Deaver up on the back bumper of that 24 car. Little classic Gordon versus Earnhardt there going on here for second spot at Pocono. So after that shuffle happened here, it's now Gardner, Sanford, Deaver, top three. Matthews in fourth. Batson slips to fifth. Batson slips to fourth position, slips to fifth position. And here comes the battle for the lead. Charles Sanford for the lead on the inside of Johnny Gardner. And Sanford finds out that wasn't a good idea. Now Deaver looks to the outside of the spot for second spot. Here comes Matthews trying to help Sanford. So here comes Kyle Matthews for third spot. That 42 car's been absolutely smooth as silk all season. Except for maybe a couple of hiccups. But anyway, here they come in the third turn, and Sanford is going to fly by Gardner for the lead. So put the Jeff Gordon car up to the lead now here at Pocono. And you remember Charles Sanford won the last time he was at Pocono back in the AC Sparkplugs 400 last season. So you can bet it's the same setup he had from that race, so that it's underneath the hood of that DuPont Chevy. Except that's how he drove a number 42 Balsal Chevy at that time last season. So second lead change we've had today at Pocono here, and the question is, is there going to be a third that's going to happen, or will things stay status quo? Nuh-uh. Look at McIntyre. That 99 car, he's trying to bob and weave his way through the field. McIntyre up to fourth position all of a sudden now in that number 99 car. I keep an eye on that car. That car's moving up fast. Trying to close up on his fellow Buckeye. McIntyre trying to close up on the back of his fellow Buckeye, Kyle Matthews. As they come down in the third turn, here in turn number 2, Matthews to the low side now of Gardner for second place. And now he'll follow Charles Sanford, gets a draft off of him. And now he says, heck with this, I want to go for the lead. But Sanford pulls ahead by about maybe a couple of 3 car lengths, and now here they come in the third turn now. Sanford in the middle of the groove, Matthews running about a lane lower. So Matthews is second, McIntyre now up to third, and Batson's going to drop in behind Gardner for fourth position. Gardner's now fourth, Batson running fifth, but Deaver's up in the back bumper. Batson's guarding. In fact, Deaver's going to try to get Batson loose, come off turn number 1. Oh, baby, this is good racing. On board with Johnny Gardner in car number 12. This time by we're closing up. We'll be coming on down to 10 laps to go. Matthews for the lead up ahead. There's a shot from McIntyre's in-car camera. Matthews takes the lead from Charles Sanford, but Sanford's going to fight back off turn number 2. Now Matthews and Sanford's going to go toe-to-toe with each other as they drag us into turn number 3. Or turn number 2, excuse me. Is McIntyre going to make it 3 wide? No, he will not, but he'll help Matthews. Nope, he says, heaven, I'm going to make it 3 wide. Sanford wisely got off the throttle, and now McIntyre looks for the lead. He's got it. So after that crazy shuffle, Levi McIntyre now goes to the front with now 9 laps to go, 21 in the books, and they have pulled away from the second pack of cars. And anchoring this first pack is Kev Sheeran, 00. He's running right now in 12th position. Miles 13th, 14th is Winkle, and Poteet and Henry's 16th, 17th is Rogers, 18th is Batson, 19th is Cummins, that's Cat Batson in 18th, 19th Sky Cummins, and Matt Haas running 20th. This is the second back of the cars we're looking at right there. Boy, what's going to happen in these final 8 laps? Levi McIntyre up to the top spot. Johnny Gardner, the outside pole sitter, runs in second position. Off turn number 2, Gardner, off turn number 1, excuse me. You remember Gardner almost had the 600 all won at Charlotte. Only to get passed off the last turn of the last lap of the race by Matthew Logan. Here to come off turn number 2. Gardner for the lead. He's got it. But McIntyre bites back on the outside. They're going to drag us on the long punch on the orange chute. And here comes Matthews for the second position. He's got it. Here comes Quentin Moore. Where did Quentin Moore come from in the 89 car? Quentin Moore, who won the season at Atlanta, is looking for second place. Or make that third place, excuse me. He's got it by just about a half a car length over McIntyre to turn number 1, and he's got it. And now Keith Basson, he decides it's go time as he tries to make a move on Dylan Young. McIntyre fights back on the outside of the 89 car of Quentin Moore. Now Matthews looks for the lead on Johnny Gardner. Dodge versus Pontiac in the top 2 spots. Moore at the 3rd. Dylan Young running 4th. McIntyre dropping back as he's now in the clutches, I think, of Keith Batson. And now Cole Deaver's now left in the inside lane. Joshua Osborne's going to try to help in the 78 car. Deaver up to 6th. Batson running 7th, Osborne 8th, Sanford 9th, and Seth Cole up to 10th position with Minnick 11th and Kev Shear running 12th. Boy, if they have another shuffle going on, what's going to happen then? That's going to be the question. Here comes Gardner off turn number 3. He now has 5 laps to go. That completes lap number 25. In the meantime, you got a hornet's nest back there among this pack of cars right there. And I thought I saw Matthews look to the low side for the lead. And he has. Kyle Matthews and Johnny Gardner's going to go toe-to-toe in the backstretch. But Matthews thought better of it as he continues to stay in the draft of Gardner's car. But now, meantime, here comes Levi McIntyre and Dylan Young. They're going to perform a train to the low side of the track. That's 3rd place, and he's got it, Dylan Young. Now decides he wants to go for the win. I tell you what, this looks like Talladega racing we're having here at Pocono almost. And draft does come into play in a lot of ways as we've seen in this race time and time again. And of course, we'll see a draft come into play the next race on the tour when we go to the next race on the tour at Michigan. Inside Kyle Matthews' car, and he knows it's right there. The lead's right there ahead of him. Off the 3rd turn again, Matthews takes a peek to the left side of Gardner's car. He'll duck to the inside in the turn number 1. Kyle Matthews for the lead, coming off turn number 2, turn number 1 at Pocono. Backstretch now, Gardner has the slight advantage now as he pulls back ahead of Matthews. Does Matthews have any momentum going into turn number 2? No, he does not. Here comes Dylan Young for 2nd place, and he's got it through turn number 2. Team Penske, 1st and 2nd. Now, can they finish that way? Off in the turn number 3, Dylan Young up the 2nd. McIntyre up the 3rd. Cole Deaver trying to take 4th. 2 laps to go. A pair of 2004 Dodges, first and second at the moment. You get Ford in third, Pontiac in fourth, and a Chevrolet in fifth. It'll be the white flag this time by here at Pocono. What's this second pack of cars going to do right there? McIntyre and Matthews trying to close up on the front two cars, and then turn number 3. Dylan Young looks slow. Gardner tries to hold his position as they come off turn number 3. The white flag will be waving. 1 lap to go, and the WIX Filters 400 at Pocono. Dylan Young is up on the back bumper of Johnny Gardner in the turn number 1. He looks slow on the track off turn number 1, excuse me. What's McIntyre going to do back there? Is he going to help Young if Young pulls out? Off the second turn. Nobody's made a move yet as they go in the third turn. Does anybody make a move? Young tries to pull back for a run. Gardner tries to make his way gently off the third turn. They come. Young is not going to make a move. Off turn number 3 they come. The WIX Filters 400 belongs to Johnny Gardner. He wins at Pocono. And you know, under that helmet of Gardner, he has got to be feeling a lot of emotion there because about a week ago, as of this recording, about a week ago, he lost his grandmother earlier this season. Racing with a heavy heart the last few races on the tour. And you know he's going to want to dedicate this race to his grandmother too. Here, Johnny Gardner wins today at Pocono. Dylan Young makes it an all-Penske 1-2 as he finishes second place. Levi McIntyre third. Kyle Matthews fourth. Quentin Moore will finish fifth. A great day for the Morgan Shepherd team. Cole Deaver sixth. Seventh will go to Charles Sandberg. Seth Cole eighth. Paul Minnick ninth. And Keith Batson drops to 10th. In the final running order, average speed 181.648. What a finish what a race that was here. And apparently the late pace results are off for some reason. And apparently a little dust-up has happened between Daniel Bouchard and the 71 car of Jeremy Diaz. And I see damage on the 6 of Ryan Brommer as well. I don't know what happened there. Let's take a look as to what happened there. This is coming on the pit road after the race is over. I don't know why the pace car lights will be on because the race is over, obviously. Yeah, watch Ryan Brommer. Oh my gosh. Apparently the car wouldn't turn on the pit road. It hits the end of the pit wall where the barrels are at. Real time. Well then. So, that all being said there, we give it the rest of the finishing order here for today's event. Joshua Osborne comes up in 11th. Kev Shear 12th. 13th, James Henry. 14th will go to Dylan Poteet. Zach Rogers 15th. Bill Parker 16th. And Benjamin Miles 17th. Sky Cummins, Zach Winkle, and Jackson Haywood, the top 20 in today's event. Shane Lake 21st. Matt Haas, Ryan George, Cat Batson, William Brock, Nathan Orman, Mitchell Collins, Jesse Turner was 28. Zachary Fitzwater and Tristan Allen, the top 30. Then Jay Jefferson, Carson Gum, Rob Evans, Matthew Logan, Emmanuel Hartnett, Ryan Brommer, David Bouchard, Michael Whitman, Jeremy Diaz, and Mike Becker, the finishing order in today's event. So that will complete the day at Pocono International Race at Pocono Raceway as another exciting event we had here in the WIX Filters 400, and Johnny Gardner ends up victor for the first time this season, and he'll want to carry that momentum into Michigan, which is next on the tour for the Miller Lite 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, gaming videos, whatever president of the NNSCRA technical desires for this channel. And also be sure to check out our other series too, including our Duracell Cup series, the Budweiser All Pro series, and on Thrashman 899's channel, the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series. Be sure to check those series out as well. And also coming soon to the NNSCRA, an Xfinity series that Seth Cole is doing. That's as in this video, by the way, too. And also some in our online videos as well on this channel as well. So some of the best offline series and our online series are under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out neither. So that will do it here today at Pocono Raceway here. And for now, it's James Colson in the production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you at Michigan.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?